Hello, and congratulations. I need to pull my microphone over here. You have completed the content marketing quiz and you've got your score, you got your results. And what those results tell us is that you, my friend, are doing a great job at getting attention and getting engagement from your social media. That is no small feat. You should be very proud of that. Okay. You should feel really good about that fact. But there's a challenge right now in taking people from being a prospect and just engaging with your content to becoming a client. And trust me when I tell you that that is one of the toughest hurdles for most of us to cross in social media when we're using it for marketing our small businesses. How do I get somebody to go from being somebody who is watching, maybe engaging, liking, talking about me or about my post or on my post a little bit to becoming a client? How do we do that? Well, I'm going to go through this quick 10, 12-minute training with you today, and I'm going to give you some of my absolute best proven strategies on how to actually get clients to bridge that gap. Because, my friends, that's what marketing is all about. It's all about taking somebody who is a prospect, okay, and helping them build trust, relationship, knowledge, everything else to where they become a client. Okay. And we're using social media and content to help us bridge that gap. Now, I have got some fantastic notes here to go through with you. So we're going to dive into those and I'm going to give you my exact best tips on how to do this because this was something that I personally was struggling with quite a bit. Getting the engagement, getting the views and those things wasn't a challenge for me. And in fact, I started a short form video agency because we were getting so good at it for my other businesses. And I thought, okay, this is something that's really cool. And we got huge success for our clients, big views, lots of engagement, hundreds of thousands on a monthly basis. In fact, I think our best month overall between all the companies that were using our services, we got over 4.5 million views on our channels. Problem was, people don't go from short form video. They don't go from just liking or being interested in something or watching it to becoming a client. That's not the way it works. So we need specific tactics to get them to do that. And I actually shut down the short form video agency because what we found is that short form video, which is essentially 60 seconds or less, don't do it, my friend. Not going to do it. So it can get you engagement, it can get you reach, but the idea that short form video stuff and just quick little social media hits without these clear tactics involved that I'm going to share with you in a moment, without those things, think they're going to turn into clients? Not going to happen. Very good friend of mine. He's a life coach. He has been posting quotes and been posting little snippets of value for well over 2 years on his social media program or his platforms. And I'll tell you right now, he's got lots of views, lots of engagement. People saying, "Oh, that's really nice. That's that. I'm happy you shared that." You want to know how many clients he's got from it? Three, three coaching clients from his social media. Almost everything else is he's gotten from actual in-person marketing. Right now, this person's not a client of mine. He's a friend of mine, and I would hope they would use some of these tactics. Maybe he'll watch this video and he'll come around to it, like you are. Okay. First things first. For those who don't know me, my name is Michael Bridgman. I guess I should introduce myself. And I've been doing small business marketing for, oh my goodness, I had 17 years now with my own businesses. And then I've been helping other clients with this for the last 5 years with my boutique marketing agency. And I absolutely love helping small business owners get huge results. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. Besides hanging out with my kids and walk along the beach. And yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. These are all proven strategies, my friends. I'm not gonna go through the whole BS about my big bio. You can read about me if you want to, but you don't care about me. You care about results. So let's get to the first thing. First things first. Add clear CTAs, calls to action, with every post. One of my great mentors, Mr. Dan Kennedy, a chance to have a person who I've met in person, a person who I have lots of time for. He has a saying: if you own a company that's doing less than, I think it was 15 million, but anyway, 15 million in revenue, everything you put out there needs to have a call to action to it. You have to be using calls to action to help clients take tiny steps towards what you're offering on every single piece of marketing material you ever write, you ever make. Now, that doesn't mean you're trying to sell somebody on something every single time. Please, you don't have to do the used car salesman sales pitch. Everybody, you know, nobody invites you to the dinner party anymore because all you want to do is talk about your product or your program. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying calls to action, like if you found this, if you thought this was funny, give it a like. If you thought this was funny, share with a friend. If you agree that red socks are better than blue socks, right, share this with a friend who loves the color red. Those are simple calls to action. You can also say something like, hey, download this 50% off coupon on all of our socks for our website by using the promo code blah 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 blah, or comment here to get the promo code. That's another call to action. My point is that you should be encouraging people to take steps towards you all the time. Prospects don't move towards you unless they're instructed to. Okay, write that down. Prospects don't move closer to buying from you unless they are instructed to. So everything should have calls to action. And when you're doing this, keep them simple, right? DM me for details on an offer. Like my page if you thought this was funny. If you got great value out of this, share this with a friend. These are all simple, straightforward, structured calls to action that take the tap of a button or two. Okay. Test different calls to action. So when you get into the model of this, you're really good already at posting on social media and it's getting engagement, which is great. So now start using that engagement to test different calls to action. When I ask people to share, they're not doing it. But when I ask them to download a promo coupon, they are doing it. Okay, maybe I need to do more or less. Like, test these things. Marketing is a laboratory. Okay, you are testing. Use your business as a lab. Test, test, test. And then use urgency in those calls to action if you're doing anything promotional at all. There is not enough urgency used when it comes to these things. In fact, I had a client who recently put out a promotional coupon thing. It was essentially spend $25, get a $50 coupon. And she launched the thing. And she had way more people buy it than she expected. And suddenly, without two things, without a clear final date with which that coupon was going to be used by, and without a limit to the coupons, right? She was out thousands of dollars because of this coupon, because she didn't put a limiter on it. So these are some tips on how to build better calls to action. All right. So be them nice and tight and specific, make it simple for them to do. Test different CTAs to see which ones are getting best results, and use urgency and scarcity to obviously limit the risk that your business is taking on a promo, unlike my friend. And also to, of course, make that sense of urgency. Oh my gosh, there's only 6 of these. I got to go get one. There's only 50 of these. I got to go get one, right? And do those things to make sure that your content is working, and all that hard work that you've put in to create an audience and get them roused up. Now you'll start seeing them actually take actions towards becoming a client. Okay. So that's number 1. All right. Calls to action on everything that moves, from your emails to your social media posts, everything. Always have a clear next steps. Okay. Step number 2, next thing to do, create offers that solve specific problems. All right. If your audience right now is not taking action, which is what your score tells us with our quiz here, it may be because what you're offering them to do is just too vague and it's not quite specific enough. And people don't want to buy a product, and they don't want to buy a service if they don't understand exactly what the problem is that it solves. So, for example, when I was really trying to figure out how to market the dog grooming salon here at my store, because my family and we own a pet wellness center in Abbotsford, BC, which is just a little outside of Vancouver, Canada. We were struggling to bring in a lot more clientele, and I ran a promotion that solved the problem I heard the most from our clients, right? Which was that dog grooming was expensive. And from a lot of our clients, we were hearing this, like, dog grooming is expensive. We're having this. So what I did was I ran a 50% off coupons promotion, and I ran the ad. And I'll tell you right now, I had to turn the ad off about 36 hours or so after I pushed play on the ad, because all 50 coupons had been downloaded. I think we actually got to like 62 or something like that before I could turn the ad off. It was going so fast. So it was a very specific problem that got solved. Customer says dog grooming can be expensive. We put a 50% off coupon. We fill up our dog grooming space. Boom. Okay. That's one very specific example. But you can think of others that are about lead generation. So, for example, if you're a coach or a consultant of some type, you're like, hey, come and book a consultant or a consultation call, or come and book or a discovery call, right? Is the term I've heard many times before, or book a coaching call, right? Sometimes we give these things away for free, right? Free discovery call. I don't want to get on a free discovery call. What's the outcome that I'm going to get? Well, if you said, hey, book a 30-minute goal setting call with me where we're going to be able to, we go through a specific process where we identify exactly what you want to accomplish in the next 90 days and we build a roadmap to get that done. Now that's a specific outcome. You're solving a very specific problem. Okay. So make your offers very problem centric, that you're solving a specific problem. In fact, you're here because you saw an offer from me to solve a specific problem, to find out whether social media content actually will work for you and your business. Because you're wondering, will this work? Am I doing it well? This particular quiz helps you solve that problem. So get really tight on who it is you serve, get really tight on how you serve them, and your promotions and your offers can be very specific and narrow. Remember, people love to get on one of their challenges completely solved, right? Even if it only takes 10 or 15 minutes. If you solve a problem completely for somebody, that is a huge notch in their trust meter with you. So think about it that way, okay? In fact, we have a particular saying in my business called CSTPs. Instead of lead magnets, I like to use the term CSTPs, complete solutions to tiny problems, right? And so this is a framework that we use all the time that really helps our clients narrow in what it is that they want to do. All right. And remember, when you're putting these concepts together too, always focus on the features and the benefits. Don't focus on like the how you're going to get it done. People don't care. I don't care how my Audi drives. I just care that it drives really, really nicely, and I like how fast it goes. Right? I don't care how. Keep it small. Keep it short with your offers and what you're doing, and keep it specific. And by focusing on problem-solving lead generation offers, or by focusing on the value and the benefits of getting these problems solved from your clients, your calls to action will become clearer, the next steps will become clearer, and your audience will be far more engaged. Okay, so step number 2 is create offers that solve specific problems. Perfect. Now, number 3, you want to build a simple sales funnel that flows from your content. So what I mean by that, so let me get clear about this, right? Because I don't want to leave any confusion around this. By simple sales funnel, what I mean is, I also like the term client journey, but what I really mean is that what are the steps that a client has to take when they watch your content to becoming, or what prospect I should say, from watching content to becoming a client? How do they do that? What's the process they're going through? Think about it from their shoes. What's going on? And lay this out quite simply, right, and constructively for yourself. Because one of the biggest things that I've seen, and I was such a victim of this myself a couple of years ago, is I would be posting all the time, creating engagement. This is one of the key problems I had with my short form video agency and why it wasn't working very well for people. Creating engagement, people are liking posts, they're sharing posts, they're commenting on stuff, whatever it is, it's working. But I didn't have a really effective and structured way of taking that person from audience and potential prospect, or audience to prospect, then to lead, then to client. And so what I encourage you to do is really lay out this process and use great tools, okay, to flesh these things out. You can use, there's like flowchart tools that you can use and everything else, but you should have a basic step-by-step sales journey of your client, so that when they are engaging, you know what the next things are to do. When they start liking, or they start asking for your CSTP, your complete solution to a tiny problem, aka your lead magnets, you have the automated sequence that already starts, that goes out with that. right? One of the biggest areas that I find that a lot of small business owners struggle with when they're doing their social media content is that they haven't built that back-end infrastructure. And so they're hesitant to go out there and say, come buy from me, become my client. They're not confident about it because they haven't built the back-end structure to facilitate that whole transactionary conversation, that whole process. So I have a tool called Hourglass, which is an incredible CRM and marketing tool that does all of this stuff for me. It's got landing pages, it's got email, SMS, Messenger, Instagram direct message. You can post on all these different platforms. You can build an incredible automated response sequences for all those different concepts, all directly in CRM. And so what I do is before I launch into content, before I do any of those things, I actually start with, okay, what's the client journey that I want them to go through? And I think about, right, how do I provide value over and over again to this prospect to help them become a lead, to help them become an actual client of mine, therefore, after that, right? And how am I going to automate and systemize this process in a structured software tool that allows this to flow, whether I'm awake and watching it or whether I'm watching a movie with my kiddos or just fast asleep at 1:00 in the morning. Okay. So one of the key ways to help improve your social media content just from simply doing good engagement, which is what you've got right now, to actually buying from you, is to reverse engineer that infrastructure. Pardon me. And then bolt all of it into a phenomenal CRM or software platform that helps solve this problem. Okay. So don't overcomplicate this. It doesn't have to be intricate. It doesn't have to be crazy. I'm sure you've probably seen out there funnels that are like 75 steps long. This can just be 3 steps from being like, they got a lead magnet from my Facebook post, went to a landing page, put in their contact information. I emailed them the lead magnet. The email offers them a free discovery call, a free goal planning session, whatever it is, whatever would be next in your product portfolio. And then we talk about sales. Like, it can be that simple, but it does need to be structured. Don't leave sales up to chance. And hint, hint, you want to be following up very consistently, right? The latest studies have showed us that it takes about 7 follow-ups before somebody says yes, which means anybody who's only being followed up with twice, they might say yes by the time you get to 7, but you're never getting there, so you don't know, right? Okay, so those are the 3 different steps. Always have calls to action bolted onto everything that you do, so you're moving somebody from being an audience member to prospect to lead to client. Okay. Number 2, why am I forgetting number 2? Create offers. Oh my goodness. So create offers that are compelling and problem solving to your audience, whether those are lead magnet offers or primary offers. Always be thinking about solving problems with what you're doing rather than just thinking about the product or service. We don't care what the product or service is. We care about the problem it solves. Okay. And number 3, build a simple sort of like prospect to lead to sale funnel process or client journey process that allows you to get confident and allows you to systemize a lot of that so it can be done on a consistent basis. You do those 3 things, my friends, and you will see a dramatic difference in the amount of income you're in revenue you're pulling from that audience that you've built that is engaging with your content right now. Now, here's the truth though. Turning engagement into sales, okay? Turning likes and comments into actual cash. It takes more than just great posts. It takes more than just simple calls to action, right? It takes guidance. It takes structure. It takes strategy and tactics. And you can put these 3 things into place and you will see some differences. You'll see some results. But are you doing the right calls to action? Are you structuring your sales funnel the right way? Have you got a really good offer that actually gets your prospect to salivate at doing business with you? You might not know these things. And so you might be operating in such a way that you think you've checked all the boxes, but the problem is that those boxes are wrong. They're not the right answer. You've answered all the questions, but you've given an incorrect answer. So here's what I want to do for you. At the end of March, I'm launching something called the All Access Pass. This is everything that we do for our high-paying clients, all bundled up into one simple monthly subscription. And inside the All Access Pass, you get access to our CRM marketing and sales software, which is revolutionizing the industry. You get access to all of our artificial intelligence content generating prompts and tools and tips and tricks. This thing generates hundreds of pieces of content in just a matter of minutes, and it gives you all sorts of really cool scripting AI tools as well. Plus, we do bi-weekly group coaching sessions where we help you maintain the trajectory of what it is you want to accomplish. We make sure you're being held accountable to your goals. We make sure that you're reaching the KPIs that you need in order to succeed. And we do group thinks on how to help people solve the biggest challenges that they're facing. All of this gets going in March. So I'm not asking you for anything right now, except would you like to know about it when it launches? Because if that's you, there's a button down below here. Click the button, you can join our launch list. This is a list of entrepreneurs just like you that have raised their hand and said, when you launch this product, I'd like to take a look at it. That's all this list is. So if you think you'd like to be a part of the All Access Pass and get access to all the AI tools we use, our phenomenal software, and coaching designed to help small business owners accomplish way more and amazing things with their content and their marketing, then this Access Pass can be perfect for you. Okay, there's going to be a group of us all inside there, and it's going to be an incredible, incredible ride for any of us who are part of this journey. And if you'd like to join the launch list for the Access Pass, then just click the button below, fill out the form, and we will make sure that your name gets added to the launch list so that you know about this. You know the pricing, the days, all the features, all the bells and whistles, and everything like that as we get closer to launch. So if that's you, if you'd love to have access to these amazing tools as you grow your business, then join the launch list below, and we'll let you know all the details when they get clear. All right. So remember, that being said, what your score tells us is that you've done a great job at building an audience and creating engagement. Now we got to flip that from just being engaged people in audience to being clients and sales. In order to do that, you want to do 3 specific things all the time. Okay. So 1, going through my process here, add clear calls to action. Make sure they're taking steps towards you. Number 2, build your offers, either lead magnets or actual full-on offers that are actually solving problems and make them problem solving, not just product or service specific. And number 3, build a simple sales process for you and your team that is repeatable, that you can use over and over again, and by goodness, put it into a software tool that allows it to be systemized. Okay, those are 3 things. Now, what I hope is that you'll join the launch list. So click the button below, join the launch list, and you can find out all about the Access Pass and all the cool features that are in there. And I hope that you got great value out of this today. And congratulations on building an awesome audience on social media. It's not an easy thing to do. So congrats to you, and I will see you on the inside. Ciao for now.